further on down the field, but of course we'll all be keeping our eyes firmly glued to what's going on at the front.
Yeah, and good to see we've got Marcus Schlosser back out in this race, so hopefully he'll get up with the leaders and give us a bit more of a scrap. But on board with Martin and Tony Van Gils carrying our onboard cameras in this final race. Can they take the World Cup title for Holland?
Well, the question is that Steve Webster's got to finish lower than third if they win the race. The likelihood of that happening is pretty remote, I have to say. But we'll wait and see. We're looking back now at Tony Van Gils. The passenger there alongside his father, Martin, ex-motocross rider, as they complete another lap.
Yeah, nice clear track in front of Van Gils, and he'll like that sight, that's for sure.
I have a feeling that he might just get the glimpse of that Castrol outfit up alongside him before much longer.
Yeah, Pekka Pivarinta and Peter Wall, they're up in third place. They've been improving, currently lying fourth overall. They've got a good chance of finishing in the top three in the world. So, you know, really impressive from the Finnish champion there.
Rocha and Harney, number 55 in fourth, closing down on those. But we're back out front once again with the Dutch pairing of Tony and Martin Van Gils. And here comes the Webster, already beginning to line up the pass. I know what he want to do. He want to get past and see if he can just clear off now. That's got to be the game strategy, I think.
Yeah, although 22 laps round here, really hard work for the driver and passenger. Remember, they've already done an 11-lap race and a 17-lap race, so this final race is akin to torture, I think.
We caught a glimpse there of number 8, Tim Reeves, just in front of Harney, so we may have seen, there may have been a change there that we didn't actually see previous.
Yeah, speaking to Tim on the line, he's confident that he's got his problems sorted out with that Suzuki now. It's just been electrical problems that have dogged them all weekend, so they'll be keen to... they can't win the championship, they can't win the World Cup, but they can at least go out in race 3 with a bang.
They're certainly in with a chance of winning the European Championship, that's for sure. This is the World Cup. And here comes Webster. Are we going to see that Castrol? Yeah, straight through you, no mucking around.
Yeah, that Webster prepared engine definitely seems to have the legs on the other Suzukis down that start and finish straight, doesn't it?
Is that a particular area that he likes to outbrake everybody? And we've seen passes there before from Webster. He just seems to have... He hangs on and waits just that few seconds longer before he applies the brakes. And naturally, that propels him into the corner a lot faster. There's a lot of confidence there from the current world champion.
Yeah, he really likes this machine setup, and he said it's one of the best chassis he's ever had, and he just feels that he can do anything with it. And in the results that he's had this year, it shows.
So, Steve Webster, Paul Woodhead with Tony Martin Van Gils behind. Then it is Tim and Tristan Reeves. Remember, they are driving last year's Webster's World Championship winning outfit, aren't they?
Yeah, and Webster's done some engine preparation for them as well. And there's Sepp Doppler and Bernhard Wagner, the Austrian Team Gemini leaders. They're teammates to Michael and Bernhard Grabmuller. Back on board with Martin and Tony Van Gils, and a little bit slow through that chicane there. And Steve Webster's just edging out that lead now. What's that, 2-second lead?
Oh, it must easily be that. This is, I think, Webster's ploy. His plan was to get out front and just increase the gap to break the toe and also the willpower of the men behind him. So, and that's what he's doing. Here he comes.
Nobody seems to have an answer to Webster and Woodhead this weekend. They dominated qualifying, got a bad start in race 1, but still managed to get through to take the win. Dominated race 2, and now here they are off the front in race 3.
I think it was all about who was going to finish kind of second and third. We were expecting our two other top Brits to be up there. Tim Reeves is there at last, but of course poor old Tom Hanks on the Halton Fabrication number 5 machine. He's had a disastrous World Cup, but oh well, it gives all the other guys a chance to get in there.
Yeah, number 3 there, we just saw Marcus Schlosser and Mike Hilbig having a good ride after that disappointing breakdown in race 2. Van Gils very ragged through there, now coming under pressure from Tim and Tristan Reeves.
Tim, a hard charger. He's probably thinking, I've had 2 rubbish races, I might as well go for it in this one.
Yeah, he won't care about whether Van Gils has got to try and win this race. He'll try and win it himself. Oh, and there he goes past Van Gils. That was Tim Reeves stuffing up at the inside.
Looks like we managed to pick up an occasional rabbit or pheasant on our onboard camera lens now.
Yeah, one of the occupational hazards of putting the onboard camera there, isn't it?
Yeah, facing forward. You can always guarantee, doesn't matter how small the lens is, within a couple of laps, you'll get one big splattered fly.
But Van Gils definitely looks like he's struggling now, and Tim Reeves up into that second place and beginning to pull away. You can see how much he's pulled away straight away.
So Reeves may, as you say, be thinking, oh, I could win this race. Webster won't want to get into a tussle with him because he knows second is good enough.
Brian Pedder and Rod Stedman there, they're having a good ride. They were joint fourth overall with Pekka Pivarinta going into this race. Currently ahead of Pivarinta on the road, so that's good.
Billy Garros surviving that first crash incident when they went off the track. They're okay, that's good. Here's Webster. And, well, what hasn't been said about this man in the past cannot be said again, really, because we've said it all. He is the best of the best, and there really is nobody out there that can, I don't think, put him down any.
No, phenomenal. 9 world titles already and looking on the verge of double figures now. Mike Roscher and Adolf Harney closing in, and Martin and Tony Van Gils. Jos Moser again, and he's up in 6th position, so really consistent ride in all 3 races today.
Next year we're looking that the World Cup will become a 8-round series. That's still yet to be confirmed and decided, but that's what we're hoping for. And 1 round will be run in the UK, Brands Hatch, but it's the checkered flag and the championship for Steve Webster. 2nd for Tim Reeves. It looks like Roscher and Harney have gone past Van Gils to take 3rd. But there is the new world champion, or the, I'm going to say, the man that's regained his championship because he didn't lose it in the first place. There you go, Webster. 25 points from Reeves. Roscher and Harney then indeed finished 3rd. Van Gils, Schlosser and Pedder down there in 6th place. So there they are, winners of the final race, and confirmed the world champions, Steve Webster, Paul Woodhead and Roscher and Harney there, with Tim and Tristan Reeves in 2nd place. A good ride from them.
Tim, disappointing weekend for you, but a great race to finish it off there.
Yeah, can't complain about that, really, eh? I went as hard as I could for the first 10 laps, then decided to set up for 2nd, really, and save conservatively. So, yeah, all right, mate.
Yeah, I'm sure Tim Reeves will be looking forward to next year, but confirming the final standings from the 3 races. Webster and Woodhead win the title. Martin and Tony Van Gils, runners-up. Mike Roscher and Adolf Harney, a superb 3rd. Brian Pedder and Rod Stedman, 4th position for them, a great result. Pivarinta and Wall 5th, and Jos Moser in 6th.
So there he is, Steve Webster, Paul Woodhead regain their world championship. They haven't lost it, but they've got it again nevertheless.
Yeah, much to the dismay of everybody else, I think. And there's Sarah from Suzuki collecting the manufacturer's trophy on behalf of Suzuki. But after the celebrations, I caught up with the top 4. Brian Pedder, Rod Stedman, 4th place overall in the World Cup 2004. You must be ecstatic.
We're absolutely flabbergasted with it. It's fantastic. It's well above our expectations. Can't say enough thanks to all my main sponsors, Dave Roberts and Peter, and everybody else who's involved in this. It's just a fantastic experience, and it's been good. It's been really good, excellent circuit.
Mike Roscher, Adolf Harney, 3rd place in the World Cup this year. You must be very happy, Mike.
Yes, it's very happy. It's sehr gut. Good.
And Adolf, you have been in this position many times before, but this year you had many problems, so this is a big boost for you this year.
Yeah, this is beautiful. I have in the beginning of the season engine problem, and this weekend is perfect. 3 races is a hard work, but I have no problem this day, and many lucky.
Martin and Tony Van Gils, runners-up in the 2004 Superside FIM World Cup. This must be a very special day for you, Martin.
Yeah, and not only a day, but the whole weekend was very special. Everything was okay, and yeah, 2nd in the World Cup. I don't believe it. Yeah.
Steve Webster, Paul Woodhead, 2004 FIM Superside World Cup winners. A good day at the office all round, Steve.
Yeah, I've had a very good day today. I mean, 3 races in 1 day. It's been a bit.
Oh yeah! Don't ever go to sleep, will you?
Take two, Steve. A good day at the office.
Yeah, it's been really good today. We've had good days racing. We've had like always when you've got 3 races in one day, you know it's going to be hard work, and for the team and everybody involved, the machine, just everything pushed completely to the limits. I think for all the teams have really experienced it, fatigue in a lot of ways today. We're very pleased with what's happened. The results have been fantastic. I mean, won the World Championship, World Cup, sorry, and we've taken the lead again back in the UEM Championship, so we're very happy with today. It's a big team effort from a lot of people involved in our team. We've got Stuart who does our engine and sponsors who help us and make it possible to do it. It's, like I say, a big team effort, and it's all paid off today, so very, very pleased with it.
Paul, a very, very difficult day, but the end result is 10 world titles for Steve and number 3 for you. It must be special.
Yeah, I mean, the weather today's been red hot, and 3 races around a difficult circuit like Schleiz, a road circuit. You know, to do it in 2 or 3 days would be hard enough, but to do it actually, 11 lap, a 17 lap, and a 22 lap, and sort of an hour in between. It was only the thought of my 3rd World Championship that sort of kept me going in the last sort of 3 or 4 laps. I had quite bad cramp in my leg and, the dehydration and so on. But the thought of the 3rd title that kept me going, and like Steve said, we're leading the British, leading the UEM, and we've just won the world. So, what more can you ask for, really? It's fantastic.
Well, over the successful weekend, there was also announcements about the 2005 FIM World Championship and the announcement of a round in Russia. Andrei Berezkin from St. Petersburg city government in Russia. Your first visit to Superside World Cup event, how have you enjoyed it?
It was really very interesting for us to be here and to not only to have a look for the races, but to have a talks with organizers, with drivers, with passengers, with everybody. It was really enjoyable days.
And I understand that you are now looking at a race in St. Petersburg for next year.
Yes, St. Petersburg was invited by Superside organization and FIM to be a host place for next year championship in September next year. And we are very happy that our government is interested and supports this idea.
Okay, Andrei, we look forward to coming to Russia next year.
Okay, thank you. Welcome to St. Petersburg and to Russia, all together with all your sidecars.
Well, we'll certainly be looking forward to our trip to Russia next year. Don't forget there's a round at Brandsatch in the UK with me and Guy and myself. From Germany, it's Auf Wiedersehen.